Hey everyone, welcome back to Carrots and Olives. Today I decided finally I was going to film about this guy. Probably from the title you already know what I'm going to talk about. I've had this for about a week now. I didn't do the unboxing because I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it, but I am so happy I have it. So it is AM. It's like 8:30. The light is coming from this direction, and I wanted to try to help anyone who may be unsure about their color and like the texture and everything. So I have a stack of notebooks on the side here with possible like options that you already may have so that you could see how it compares with them. This is the A6 Giovanni Folio. I have a take a note planner in here, and it has the plastic sleeve on top of it. So you could see what it looks like. It's actually a thinner planner in comparison to a Hobonichi. It's slightly thinner. Let me get a Hobonichi for you so you can see what that looks like. So Hobonichi on top, and then take a note here. So I think I wouldn't say it's exactly half. I want to say it's probably a little bit more than half of an A6. But I have that in here. A6 fits exactly the same when it's in here as well. Now this is the new design. I was shocked at first because of the spacing between the top here and where the book actually lands on both ends. I will say I've gotten over that. It bothered me at first when I first put it in. I felt like, how am I going to use this cover when it's not flush with my notebook? That's going to be so annoying, blah, 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 blah. Okay, fast forward a week. It's fine. It works well. I don't feel like my notebook is sloshing around in here. And then to have the string here, it just holds everything together. If you were uncomfortable about that issue, trust me, if you can get over things, I'm sure that's something you can get over. Aesthetically, it looks fine. I even have my little board in here, and it's hidden, which is nice. You could put side tabs. In fact, they mentioned that the dimensions have not changed between this and their last design. It's just a lot more noticeable to me because they don't have that extra layer here where this would have been hidden. But the distance between the book and the stitching was the same. So just so you know, that's what it looks like. It still works fine. Now, as for the leather itself, it's gorgeous. Stunning to me. I love it. I don't know what it is. I feel like I want something a little plush. I like that it's thin, but it's not too thin. There's still like it feels luxurious to me. It's not so stiff and rigid like some of the other leathers that they offer. It's flexible. And then even though it doesn't have the pull-up feature that is really fun and nice to have, it has a really fun texture to it. So you can feel all that lines and variation in the leather here. It's super like smooth. It has like a really nice smoothness to it, even though it is textured. Yeah, I really like the color. I like how it's like a caramel brown. This is in natural lighting. A caramel brown, and it has some dark caramel in it, some dark browns and light browns, and it's just really nice. I want to get this leather in another size because from my experience with Chic Sparrow, they seem to move on into other leathers more often lately and discontinuing leathers that may not be doing as well as they had planned. So if you see a leather you like, it seems like you need to get it in multiple sizes if you are that type of person, or have an extra on hand if you can. So I'm definitely going to be getting another one of these sometime in the near future. So let's do some comparisons in color. I have about like 6 other browns that I will be sharing comparisons to so that you can kind of see how this color falls within the other colors that I have of leather options. So let's start with some other Chic Sparrow browns I have. Now, I'm not, like, I don't have a lot of Chic Sparrows. I've learned that once I find a leather I like, I will keep it. And if I don't like it, I will sell it. So actually my Scout I sold, it wasn't working for me. I ended up getting the wrong size anyway, and it's not with me anymore. So that's just an example. But this is the Creme Brulee in the brown. I hope I got that color right. And this is how it compares. It's more, I feel like the color it's definitely matte, whereas this one is a little bit more on the shiny side. You can kind of see it can have similar like texture variations. I've seen some creme brulees that are really textured, and I feel like this is more in that same family of like texture. It feels not as heavy as a creme brulee. And then thickness, this is the old style. So you could see here, if I open it up, it had this type of feature where it was like 2 pieces of leather and then 2 pieces of leather, and then it had like the little slip pocket for your notebook. It's kind of hard to tell, but I feel like as a single piece of leather, I want to say they're this may be slightly thicker, if not the same in thickness as a single piece. But yes, creme brulee comparison. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit faster. This is the Earl Grey, one of my favorite leathers outside of the now Austin line. And I just loved how it patinaed. And this is definitely smoother leather. At least mine is smoother. There is like no texture on it. It's very soft, but I feel like it's more hard of a leather. Like it doesn't have a lot of plushness to it. You can kind of tell how in the stitching here, how this kind of bubbles a little bit. I feel like that, I don't know, like it has a little bit more cushion. And then this one's just really more stiff, but definitely seems like the colors are getting closer to each other in comparison from this leather. Okay, let me go a little bit faster. Undyed Superior Labor. So you can see difference there. This one does have some patina already. So this is like the darkest part of the notebook. A Rotorfaden Tachamlata. I know I've said that wrong, but I really like trying to pronounce it. This one does have texture. And it's not as, like the lines aren't as deep as they are in the Giovanni. So there is a bit of texture here, but this one you can feel it more. So this is the dark brown leather. And it does have like a pretty similar shininess to it. It's not like super shiny like a Maverick, but it's pretty close. We have a Sojourner undyed, and this one has gotten quite some patina to it and a little bit of shine to it. Although it is undyed, so it's not as dark. But if you want to compare that together. And then we get into my Giglio. So we have the Giglio. Well, this is in the Punto in the A5. Oh, so this is the Giglio Epoca Gold. And I ended up putting a leather kind of like protectant thing on it, but it was more of like a gel base. I did that over a year ago, and it's kind of altered the color or the feel of it slightly. But anyway, so this one's more, it's a little bit deeper. It's not as shiny. It's a little bit more on the matte side, probably because I haven't used it as much lately. But yeah, so this is just like comparison. It's a little bit muted brown. And then last but not least is an undyed. This is definitely a more patinaed undyed leather. And yeah, it's my A6 undyed from 2 years ago. And although the lighting seems to make this brighter, I feel like it's on the caramel side. Like I feel like I see some of this color in here in the lighter spots. So it's not coming off exactly how I see it right now. But the shininess, after you use like a Giglio for a couple years, the shininess is very similar to the Giovanni. So yeah, so these are the ones I wanted to compare and show you different color options. Those are pretty much what I have. I do have some more browns that are a little bit darker and probably wouldn't really give you the best idea. I feel like the ones I shared are more comparable or closer in color to this Giovanni leather. But I thought that that would be helpful for people who are unsure. I think this is a beautiful piece of leather. In fact, I wish more sellers would have this leather, because more sellers offer different designs, and it would be nice to get this leather in different designs. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful to you. And yeah, so I will catch you guys in the next video.